Hey guys, it's me Lexi. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be kind of I'm halfway done with my pregnancy, second trimester update, what's been going on with everything type video. I've only made one pregnancy video so far, and that was kind of my first trimester update, letting you guys know I was pregnant, how I was feeling, how everything was going. But a lot has changed since then. I am now, I will be 22 weeks this Friday. So I'm almost 22 weeks pregnant, which is just insane to me. I'm over halfway done, which that alone is just actually insane for me to think about, that I'm halfway to meeting my little baby. I'm so excited. So let's just kind of jump right into the video. So like I said, I'm almost 22 weeks pregnant. And in my last update, I kind of was just sharing how I was feeling really crappy and not having a good time with the pregnancy at all. Since then, I was diagnosed with HG, which I cannot pronounce the full name for what it is. I'll put it up here. But basically, it makes sense why I was in so much pain and throwing up all the time. Basically, it's severe morning sickness. And yeah, so I had that, which makes me feel a little bit better because I wasn't just going crazy sleeping on my bathroom floor, throwing up all the time. But ever since turning 16, 17 weeks pregnant, the nausea has really laid off, which has been amazing because I was dying. I felt like I was dying. I lost a total of 20 pounds that first trimester. And for me, my pre-pregnancy weight was only, I think I was like 109, 110 pounds before my pregnancy started. And then I got down to 90 pounds. So for me, that was not fun. That was super dangerous. For me, the baby was fine. The baby was getting the nutrients it needed. I was getting IVs. So baby's okay. But just for me, it was not good for me to be getting down to that low of a weight because 90 pounds is literally nothing. So since then, I have gained all that weight back. I'm back to 100 and I think 12 pounds now, which I'm super, super, super excited about. I just my entire life have always been very thin. I've had a hard time gaining any weight. So for me, the fact that I am gaining weight this pregnancy successfully now makes me very happy because I was very worried about that since I do struggle gaining weight. I'm going to be seeing a nutritionist to try to figure out, how after this pregnancy I can continue to keep weight on, because for me, if I eat more, take nutritional drinks, my dogs. If I do all of this crazy stuff to try to gain weight, I actually end up losing weight because my metabolism thinks that it needs to work harder. So I end up losing weight. So although a lot of people might think that that's a blessing, getting down to 90 pounds is very scary and very unhealthy. So I am working on that, but my weight is getting back up to where it was, actually is back up to where it was pre-pregnancy and a little bit further. So that was really exciting. And so, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better there. When it comes to fun things in the second trimester, besides feeling better, we now know the gender of the baby. If you guys didn't see it over on my Instagram, which my Instagram, I'll put it up here, link it down below, Lexi Thrifts. For my reselling Instagram, my personal Instagram is lex.bush, I think. I don't know. I don't pay attention to my personal as much as I do my reselling Instagram, but Lexi Thrifts over there. Hi. Oh, you want mamas? Hi, I love you. My dogs love this room. Obviously, I'm in my nursery. Still needs to have some things done to it. The crib mattress is coming today, so that's exciting. So when I was 14 or 15 weeks pregnant, one of the two, I can't exactly remember when, I did the at-home sneak peek test where they send you a kit, you poke your finger, draw your blood, send it back in, and they'll tell you the gender of your baby. But those are not known to be the most accurate. So once we got the gender from that, we were like, okay, so we're 99% sure this is what baby is, but we want to go and double check with an ultrasound before we actually announce it to the world, because you don't want to announce it and then be like, oh, just kidding, it's actually this gender. So we found out that with the whole virus thing going on, my husband was not allowed to come with me to my anatomy scan, which is the 20-week scan, where they'll tell you the gender of your baby, show you any abnormalities, do the whole head to toe check of baby. And so since he could not come with me there, we found a ultrasound place 3 hours from us that is an elective ultrasound place. So you go there and you pay out of pocket. You don't give your insurance or anything. And then you get ultrasound, you get pictures, you get to see baby in 3D and 4D, which is so much fun. So that's what we went ahead and did. And we did that at 18 weeks. So when I was 18 weeks pregnant, we found out the gender, and I'll post the photo up here, but it is a baby boy. We are very, very excited. I want to say originally we both kind of thought it was going to be a girl. So I am from a family of all girls. I only have sisters, and I'm just very close with like my aunts and my grandmas. And so for me, I was like, I'm just going to have a girl. Like, it's going to be a girl. That's pretty much how it's going to be. And I don't know why I didn't even consider the fact that it could be a boy, but that didn't even cross my mind until I guess halfway through my first trimester, probably, when I was like, I really think that this is a boy. And my husband was still so set on the idea that it was a girl, that he was not going to budge until we got the ultrasound. Because even when we got the sneak peek test back, it did say boy, but he did not want to believe it until we went and got an ultrasound. So at 18 weeks, we went and did that ultrasound. I'll insert some photos. He was so cute. We got this little photo of him yawning, this cute one of him smiling. It was so much fun to just see baby outside of the black and white flat 2D ultrasound and see him in 3D and 4D video. So that was fun, and we got to keep the entire like 30-minute ultrasound on a disc. So now I have that DVD to go back and watch whenever I want. And they gave us a little card with baby's heartbeat in it. So it was super fun just to experience that and then find out the gender with my husband instead of me finding out at the anatomy scan and then having to share that news with him. It was just, it's our first baby. It was more special for us to find out together. So we found out baby's a boy, and we do have a name. However, we are not announcing the name until baby is born. Just because if baby comes out and we're like, you know, this is not baby's name or whatever, I don't know, just to be safe, we are not announcing in case we change at the last minute, but we are pretty sure we are set on this name. We have first, middle, and obviously last name set. So it is so much fun to be able to call baby by its name. It makes you definitely feel more attached to your little one when you're able to call them by their name. So yes, we have been calling him by his name, getting some things personalized. I'm about to order a sign for above the crib with his name. So we are 99% sure this is his name. However, just to be extra safe, we are not going to announce until he is here. So look forward to that. Another reason you should pop over to my Instagram if you are eager to know what his name is. We will announce when he is born. So yes, that is super exciting to have all of that information and be able to kind of buy more gender specific items for the baby. One of the things that I'm really into is gender neutral colors. So, you know me, you probably have seen, if you are on my Instagram, I don't wear a lot of color myself. I'm a big gray, brown, white, black, just neutral, earthy tones type girl when it comes to how I dress. So that's kind of how I have created the nursery to be, and just like my house in general. So although we do know the gender, a lot of the stuff is more gender neutral, which is fine because I love it so much. And I do want to do a video soon on all like my gender neutral favorites for babies, because I know a lot of people who are team green for their babies, which means, you know, they're not going to find out the gender until baby's here, have a hard time finding things that are okay for both gender, more gender neutral, which as we progress into the culture and the world that we are in now, it's a little bit easier, but I do think it'll be fun to sit down and show you guys my gender neutral favorites. So yes, keep an eye out for that video. I will be doing that shortly. I have some stuff still coming in the mail that I am waiting to receive before I full on like do that haul video. But yeah, I'm super excited to finally be able to set up nursery, get it all together, prepare for baby boy, and yeah, just await his arrival even more, because not knowing the gender was making me really nervous and anxious. And so the fact that I finally know and we finally have the name for baby, it's just so exciting to be able to sit here and cherish these moments of calling him by his name while he's in my belly, talking to him every night, reading to him, all the fun stuff. So yes, that has been, I think, the funnest thing from the second trimester is just finding out baby's name or finding out baby's gender, being able to assign a name, and all of that fun stuff. So yes, how I'm feeling this trimester, besides just not having nausea, I think the only thing I really deal with is heartburn and acid reflux, which is so common in the second trimester and even into the third trimester. So that's just something that I'm dealing with. It's not that big of a deal. I just be sure to drink a lot of water. That definitely helps, and sleeping on my left side. That's as much as really I can do. You know, take some Tums, do whatever you can, but it's definitely been way easier on me this trimester. I have so much more energy, which is so good because we just moved into this house. And so moving is really hard. A lot of you guys know we did move across the country, but it took us 6 weeks to get into this house, which isn't even our permanent house. This is just a temporary house, but we might be in this temporary house for a year or so. We don't really know. So we just kind of started setting up and just creating it our own and making it our own, because we don't know when we will get into our permanent house. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. But the fact that I have had enough energy to unpack and set up the nursery, set up our room, the living room, the kitchen, all of that stuff has been so great, because yeah, first trimester I had zero energy, didn't even leave my house. It was just awful. So yeah, it's the fact that I'm able to leave the house, well, not really leave the house too much because of the virus, but I can go to the grocery store and get my essentials. I can go to the post office and drop off my packages that I have for reselling, and just be able to take walks around the neighborhood and unpack the house. It has just been awesome to be able to actually have that energy to do these things. So yes, any other updates I can think of? I'm trying to think. We finished all of the prenatal testing on baby. We did find out that I am a carrier for cystic fibrosis, which I had no idea. I don't have CF, but I am a carrier of a non-functioning gene. So now we have to go through and get my husband tested and see if he is a carrier for CF, because if he is, then we have to, you know, take the precautions in case baby comes out with CF. If you didn't know, cystic fibrosis, every baby is tested for it when they're born. So baby will be tested, but if the mom is a carrier of the gene and the dad is a carrier of the gene, the baby has a 1 in 4 chance of having CF. So we just have to double check, because I came back as a carrier. We have to check if my husband Mark is a carrier, and if he is, then we will be able to take those precautions for when baby's born and be prepared to potentially treat. I mean, there's no like treatment, but just to be able to aid baby boy with that, and kind of study up and prepare on what that will look like if he does end up having CF. But as of right now, I'm the only one who have been tested, and so we are just kind of waiting for my next appointment to test my husband and see if that is a potential for something that baby would have. So that's an update. My next appointment is doing that testing, and then doing my glucose test, which I'm not excited for. A lot of you guys know that that is not a fun part of pregnancy. It's where they test your glucose levels and find out if you have gestational diabetes, which is a form of diabetes that basically forms when you're pregnant. They test for that when you're in your second trimester. So my testing is in, I think, 3 weeks from now. So wish me luck that I can pass it and everything will be okay. The drink that you drink for it is not tasty at all by any means. So I've heard, I mean, I've never done it, but a very common thing that pregnant people say is that that test sucks, the drink is gross. So I'm not looking forward to that, but that's my next big appointment. And then there's just gonna be little check-ins. So I don't have any future ultrasounds scheduled. They don't really do them unless you're more high risk, which I am not, which is awesome. I'll take it. I'll take a healthy baby any day of the week. But it is a bummer that we're not going to be able to see baby, but I do think we are going to go back to that elective ultrasound place, probably closer to 30 weeks, and see baby in 3D and 4D again, because that was so fun and special for us. So I do think that we will at least do that one more time and kind of get that last ultrasound, because since my husband couldn't go to that 20-week one, I would hate for that to be the last ultrasound and he could not be there. And so yeah, I think that's our plan, is to do at least one more elective ultrasound in the 3rd trimester and just kind of see the baby with more fat on his bones. At this point, baby is just very thin and they don't have a lot of that fat, and they don't form that until like 28 to 32 weeks. And that's when it'll fully look like an actual human and not more alien-like a lot of people say. So we will be doing that, which I'm super excited for, and to see him with all of his meat on his bones and just in that 3D again. Like I said, that was so special for us, so I'm excited to be able to do that again. And I do think one of the funnest things that has come this trimester, I mean, it started in the 1st trimester, but I've been feeling and seeing so many crazy kicks. So I first started feeling flutters at 14 weeks, and then I could feel them on the outside of my belly at 16 weeks, and then at 17 weeks is when my husband was able to put his hand on my stomach and feel him kick, which was so special for him to experience. And then ever since then, I've just been seeing crazy kicks all over my stomach all the time. When I did that 20-week anatomy scan, the ultrasound tech was telling me it is one of the most active babies he has ever seen, which I have a lot of energy, so I mean, it makes sense, but he is very active. I can always see his kicks on my stomach, and it's kind of crazy to like see and feel. Sometimes it hurts a little bit when he'll kick me right in the bladder or any of my other organs, but it's really fun to experience that and just watch that, because it's the closest I get to seeing my baby boy besides an ultrasound, is just those kicks and those movements. And so it's been so fun to experience those every single day, all throughout the day. I'm pretty sure I get at least 2 an hour. So even when he's sleeping, because at this point they do sleep like 14 hours a day in your womb, he's still just poking and prodding and kicking me. So it's just been a lot of fun to watch and experience, especially as a first-time mom. I'd never experienced something like that before, so it has been so special and I love it. So yes, that is the majority of my 2nd trimester updates. I'm halfway through the 2nd trimester, so I'll probably have more information down the road of how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, how everything is going. But for right now, that is my update. I'll show you guys a little bit of a bump update just to kind of show you guys where I'm at. You can see it better in progression photos. I'll put my progression photo up as well, but I'll show you guys that. So this is what baby looks like. You can kind of see. I have not been drinking a lot of water today, so he is not poking out as much as he usually is, but it's just so fun to see. It's been really fun for me to actually look pregnant and not just feel pregnant, because yeah, I don't know, that's just something that I've always loved and wanted and looked forward to, is just having a baby bump. So I'm so excited to have my little bump. I love it so much and I love him so much, and I'm so excited for his arrival. So yes, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and subscribe down below if you guys do want to see more content from me, and be sure to follow me over on Instagram for more frequent baby and life updates. But yeah, so that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.